Good morning, everybody. It is time for a garden update. Alright, I think this is going to post the beginning of May. So here we go. Yep, keeping with tradition. No, I'm joking. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. This rescued wisteria, and it will not be staying at this location. Okay, but look, it survived. I was so worried that this thing had died. Apparently these things might be hard to kill, which means it's going to do kind of okay in my area. But I'm going to be moving this to a more permanent location in the corner up there that's all bushy and, well, you've seen it in previous videos, where the blackberries and the bee yard is. But look at this, guys. I have a 10 by 10 structure, and it's 10 foot tall, and the idea is that this and the wisteria are going to combine and make something spectacular, but I'm imagining it's going to take me a couple of years to make it happen. Alright, now here's a little stand of buttercups, but the awesome thing, look at this, guys. This is turnips. And you can see where the seeds, the little seed pods, are starting to mature. Okay, this was that turnip. I had a little hoop over it. See the leftover hoop? I've moved that around. This is my onions that I'm going to let make seed heads so I could have starts for next year. Alright, so these are like the mother plants. And this thing is just doing, hopefully, these little seed pods are going to get fat and I will have turnip seeds. We shall see. And these are my grandpa's on my father's side. These are his irises. And you can see back here I got more wisteria. The wisteria will be moved. Okay, so yeah, there's grass, there's weeds. And I've got a little project going here in the corner. But that's what's going on here on the western garden. I have not planted anything intentionally over on the sides of the irises by design. Like I wanted to be able to plant things. Like last year I had like the lettuce, and look, a lettuce plant self-seeded. So there's a little bit of agriculture going on over here, and a lot of weeds that need to be taken care of. And this was going to be a flower bed, and the same time the wisteria came, there were going to be these yucca plants. And I believe I have failed the yucca plants. So I'm going with transparency here. Alright, so let's see how these grapes did. On a previous video, let's see here. The damage was not bad at all. And look, I've got the starts of little grapes. This is a line of Concords. And I wanted to show where there was some damage. There was damage at the very tips. But now secondary buds have come to take up the real estate. So if you look closely, this bud was there before the storm, and then this secondary came and has taken up the real estate. So you'll see these guys died, and these guys have come to replace. So that is a good promise right there. We've mowed, and now it's my turn to come in here and do the delicate surgical trimming. So a lot of going on here. I've heard rumors there could be some more muscadines coming my way, which means I'm going to have to make spaces for that. Nothing really has happened in this corner just yet. We got the hugel bed decomposing. You know, it's just doing its job. I've got a heavy leaf mulch over here doing its job, and all that, there's a plan for that, and it's combined with the grapes. Been doing some research on that acid chemical relation with the grapevines. Blackberries, let's take a look at that real quick. These are going to be future blackberries. They're getting their buds on. All these blackberries were eat down to the little stubs of root ball. And now they are making awesome mature canes. So I really, in this corner, like I said, this is where that wisteria canopy thing's going to happen. But I got to get rid of a few trees and some brush. But I'm wanting to keep honeysuckle. And you can see it back here, this beautiful honeysuckle. It's very fragrant. Bothers a lot of people's allergies. But it's a wonderful smell. It's a smell from my childhood, good memories. And I'm wanting to carry that on for my kids. This is another hugel bed here. And if you can see, when this gets trimmed up, you probably can't see it now, so we'll do a reveal later. But there's a little garden path that goes in between here and on down. So this will be a feature of interest once it gets tidied up. Now this is the summer garden. I have not done anything to it. There I've got radishes. If y'all saw my last video, I had a little picture of how the radishes are doing. And this is the blueberry patch. Again, this is what I showed you in that video before the winter storm, or the last winter storm. And what's happened is, you just go back a bud, like these buds didn't make it, but going back a bud, these guys are taking up the real estate. So that's good. And there's 4 little modest blueberry bushes up here, and they are 3 different cultivars. You got to have at least 2 different ones, so hopefully this year we'll get something real good out of these. Now I'm not going to walk over there. If you look really closely, Richard's bees are doing great. We've got 2 hive boxes that made it through the winter. Here's a before picture. Yes, the black tarp's still down. I'm going to reveal what's underneath that. Hopefully it's going to be we're going to see how it did on the weed control. Alright. And this is the potato row. And it has really done well. You remember me showing you those crusty edges? Well, all that's pretty much peeled off and gone. New growth has come in. I can't even really find just that, you know, all that's crumbled off. So I'm not sure when to dig up potatoes, but hopefully I'm going to record that, let y'all know in the near future. Strawberry patch is doing well. Haven't had any robbers in here. Can you see those green strawberries? Now these are the relocated ones. Check out the mature ones. So this is that patch I hadn't disturbed. And it is very healthy, viable. Looking forward to a real good, forward to a harvest. But look at this. Look at all those little promises down there. The birds are just salivating. They won't get them this year. And the apple trees are doing great. We're off to a good start. Everything bloomed. I remember in my pre-winter storm video, I had showed, okay, see, like we got the dead, that stuff's just coming right off of there. Not sure what we'll do on harvest for this, because this was the blooms. They don't look like they're doing too good. So this year might not be so good on this. Oh wait, I spoke too soon. Look at there. Yes, sir. See, you had spurs like this that didn't do too good. A lot of winter damage. But then you have these wonderful survivors. Now last year we got like 3 little rinky-dink pears. They didn't do anything. But there's at least 2. Look at that, full sun exposure. Marvelous, guys. Alright, so this is the early spring garden. And I have not been good about keeping up with the weeds already. Guys, I need my accountability partners out here. But we have mangels and carrots and cilantro, and more carrots. And then we have sugar beets. I've got yet to do these 2 rows here. I just got this section over here weeded, and we've mowed, so I had to move the electric fence over. This is my exercise machine. Highly recommend that for anybody. And I'm so pleased with this. We're gonna look at these the rows over on the other side here in just a moment, but I want to show you this other pear tree, because this pear tree has not given me anything. Oh, and can't miss out on the beautiful flowers I'm getting for the getting start of May. Now these irises here were on the farm here before we got here. So this is, hopefully, these are always a very stunning purple. And these were a rescue. And you can see where I've got Poetica growing everywhere. And they flower late, so it's like daffodils and then the Poeticas. And I've left the purple clover up. The bees love the purple clover, and I think it's an excellent filler for this grassy hillside. My friend gave me the yellow irises, and they are getting established pretty well. I'm seeing a lot of new growth on that. So more to come. But let me show you what I saw the other day as I was taking those Easter eggs out. Can you see it? Look at that. This is the first year. And I'm excited, guys. I mean, that's a lot. Now, weak ones are going to pop off real easy, and that's fine. That's to be expected. And we may still have a produce drop off of the apples and the pears. The tree will know what it can sustain through the summer. And you can see we don't spray, so there's little pricking marks where the bugs have kind of come in here and had a little sample of something sour, I would say. But I'm tickled. I'm excited. I hope we actually get some pears. And elderberry. We have the asparagus. I didn't collect any shoots. The weather was kind of wacky, so I left it be. I'm getting those crowns matured and developed. There's been debate whether I would move the asparagus crowns from the forsythia, because the forsythia I'm thinking is starting to choke the productivity. When the asparagus comes out, it's real spindly. It's not thick at all. And I'm going to have to put it somewhere else. So more to come on that. But you live and learn. This is where I've got to the corner. I'm about to celebrate that. This is work in progress. This is the good weeds that go to the chickens, and the bad weeds that go to the trash. So these two, there's two more sections to go. This is sugar beets, and this is carrots. Let's see if we get a close-up. Can you see the carrots? Now that they have apparently become carrots, it's going to be easier for me to get in here and pluck out stuff that don't belong. This sop and hay is actually now going to be moisture control. So not only does it help you with frost and cold, but it also helps with maintaining moisture on this heavy clay soil. Look how good I've got on the onions and turnips, and right there is a little bit of lettuce. Let's check that out. In between the onions, I've got what is it? I believe it is a red mangle or a fodder beet. It's a type of beet. And this is the lettuce that survived the chicken attack. We've already had some. If you saw my last video, you saw where I was collecting that. I just come in here and I take a few of the outer mature leaves and make that into a salad. And that's it, guys. That's my garden update for the very start of the May. And just as I walk over here, I see some pink. Thanks, guys. Stay tuned. Marvelous, guys.